to Ian Begley, Kyle Lowry will be on the Knicks' radar this offseason. Now, Kyle Lowry is someone I've been championing Kyle Lowry all season long. That I think Kyle Lowry, and I don't want to say he can do exactly what Chris Paul did with the Suns, but at least something similar with the Knicks. I believe he has the makeup, the mental makeup. He's been to the NBA Finals. He's been deep in the playoffs. You know, he has some of the character, some of the integrity, the hard work that I think fits with this group perfectly. And, you know, as a point guard for the next 2-3 years, I think he would be perfect on this team. And then you have Derrick Rose coming off the bench, backing him up. You got 2 starting point guards in your starting lineup and coming off the bench. I don't know if Kyle Lowry is considering or thinking about the Knicks. I know he's probably going to be looking to be close to Philadelphia since he'll be retiring soon. But I would think that he would at least hear from his agent, like, okay, what are they talking about there? And look at the Knicks as a last chance to get another championship. You know, as long as the Knicks add some more pieces. What are you guys' thoughts on Kyle Lowry?
I'll go first.
Okay, good.
So I think the last thing that you said in your soliloquy is important, because if Kyle Lowry is looking to win a chip, he's going to go to Philadelphia, in my opinion. I think that at this point in the Knicks, where we are right now as a team, in his mind, if I'm Kyle Lowry, I'm thinking, well, I'm sitting here waiting to see what improvements or what pieces you add and what improvements you make to the team. Whereas if I'm looking at a Philadelphia team, they're pretty much 1 or 2 pieces away from doing, you know, from winning the chip based on how they finish the season this year. And I think all this is relative to, you know, kind of how the season ends and how the teams perform. But from where I'm looking at teams this year, if I'm Kyle Lowry, I'm leaning more towards Philadelphia. That's my hometown. I would love to have him on the team. I think he would be a good piece, a good addition. But in his mind, I think that he's thinking I would probably be closer to a chip going to the Sixers.
Okay. Steph, what do you think?
This is based on the fact that I think the way this team is performing and the way Randall is performing, our rebuild, or whatever you want to call it, is accelerating, right? And so we have to build a team, in my opinion, that's based on Randall's timeline, not the young people's timeline, Randall's timeline. I don't think the Knicks are as far away as people think. But I do think that, you know, a player here or there will definitely help bring us into championship contenders. I believe that. I don't think we're like 2, 3, 4 years away, because in my mind, I'm not waiting for quickly 2, 3, 4 years. I'm not waiting for Obi. Those people, if they're on the team, they're contributing, you know, to the team, but they're not people I'm counting on game in and game out. Lowry, if we can get him, the Knicks are a much better, even if it's just 2 years. Like people say, get a young point guard for what? How long is it going to take a young point guard to get out of the draft, to get to the point where they can lead this team, considering Randall's window? We got to get Lowry for 2 years. Now, if you want to, I don't know if we have enough money to have a Schroeder or somebody else, a Ball or whatever behind him that we're kind of bringing up in those 2 years, fine. But it can't be a very, very young point guard. The Knicks are past that. I would love Lowry on a 2-year deal. He upgrades this roster significantly. He has championship experience. He's a Tibbs type of player in my experience. And Randall can go back to just playing his position. You know, it takes some pressure off of him. I would love it.
Yeah, I agree. I would love it. And I seen someone say in the chat, oh, Derrick Rose backing up Kyle Lowry, or, you know, you guys like bad point guards. It's not even the matter of who's starting or who's backing. All right, start Derrick Rose if you want to. So what? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's about you have Kyle Lowry and Derrick Rose as a 1-2 punch at the point guard spot. It's about that. It's not about, okay, yeah, I did say Kyle Lowry starting. Reason why I said that is because Derrick Rose is okay with coming off the bench.
He said it. He said it.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, like, I feel like that would be a very a dynamic duo. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I feel like it'd be a dynamic duo. You know, anybody else want to jump in there about Kyle Lowry?
I do. So I think from a basketball standpoint, there's no question Kyle Lowry makes this team better. He's definitely an upgrade at the point guard position. He has championship pedigree. And similar to what Chris Paul did in Phoenix, I feel like Lowry can have that same impact on us. I think the question is going to be about money. I think that's what it's going to come down to. Right now, Kyle Lowry's on a $30 million contract, $30 million per year. So if you look into, well, I think Randall's extension will kick in after, but you have to be able to sign Lowry to, I feel like, at least $30 million per season. If it's for 2 or for 3 or whatever. So that's $30 million right there. Plus, you got to sign some of the guys that bring them back on this roster, which they're not going to come back cheap, right? Derrick Rose is not going to come back for, $7, $8 million, I believe it is. So he's not going to come back for that. I believe he's going to come back for more. Same with a lot of these guys coming off the bench, Alec Burks and things of that nature. So
I think our capologist will handle that. I think our capologist will handle all that. On the real.
So from a basketball standpoint,
able to pay him under the table though.
From a basketball standpoint, it definitely makes the most sense in the world. But the Knicks got to figure out how they're going to make it work financially.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think they can. They're going to have a lot of money. They're going to have a lot of cap space this summer.
Well, if a lot of guys don't come back, a lot of rotation guys specifically don't come back. That's the part that people, all these
who's our best players. You're not going to be able to keep everybody.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the only one that's going to walk. I think the only one that's probably going to walk is Alec Burks. I think everybody else is going to, sign back with us. I think he's
everybody else.
I mean, let's put it like this.
I think they want Lawrence. I think they want Noel. And I think they want Bullock.
Let's put it like this. They paid everyone. I mean, obviously people are going to get raises, right? But they paid players this year and they still had $15 million left over.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And people, like I said, they're going to get raises. So, that's one thing. But also you're going to have Frank Ntilikina maybe coming off the books. Right?
It is what it is.
I mean, seriously. I mean, right? Like maybe Elfrid Payton coming off the books.
Yep.
It is what it is. Yeah.
They, obviously they got to make room for draft picks coming in. Yep. So we'll see what happens with those draft picks.
Right.
If they decide, listen, they're not keeping all 4 of them. You can guarantee that. The second round picks are not guaranteed, but the first round picks are guaranteed. I don't think that they're going to spend their money on 2 first round draft picks this year. Maybe one. One of them is getting moved.
And they might package Knox too. So they
And that's a good point because a lot of people don't think the Knicks should make trades. I think this front office is looking to make a trade because of money, because of the financial situation of it.
Yes,
so they might sacrifice a couple pieces that are important in this rotation right now in order to have money to bring other players in. Yep. So that's might be something we look forward to. And young
don't be surprised.
Yeah. So and I seen someone say, good thing the front office isn't this panel or something like that. I don't know why people are hating on Kyle Lowry. Look, the Raptors didn't have a great season.
It's Geritol's fault. It's Kev, though. No, it's on Geritol. It's on Geritol. No, it's on Geritol's fault. That's what it is.
Listen.
Sam, you got a super chat.
Yeah, I got you. Listen, Kyle Lowry this year, ladies and gentlemen. And I know the Raptors, not a great team this year. 17 points per game, 5 rebounds, 7 assists.
I hate him so much. I hate him.
Right?
I hate him. I hate him
Hold on,
much.
He shot 40% from the 3-point line this year, 87% from the free throw line. He's a tried and true vet. You're not asking him to come in and be an all-star. It's the reason why you have a guy like Kyle Lowry and Derrick Rose, because now they can split those minutes. And it can be, Kyle Lowry averaged 35 minutes a game last year.
Yep.
Him and Derrick Rose can split 48 minutes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And still only get 24 minutes a game per player.
Productive minutes.
Yeah, so that's how you add depth to your team. And big shout out to G, man. Thank you for the super chat. He says, Sim,
Don't you read that. Don't read that. Don't read that.
get Smeggle or Smurf,
Smeagol.
you know,
Smeagol.
Smurf crossover. You know, crossover Smurf. Get crossover Smurf, Kevin Nanny, so that he does not go out in public in that shirt. I'm actually feeling the shirt a little bit, Kev. I like to wear plaid. I'm not gonna lie, I do. I like to wear plaid.
Chump.
Anyway,
Chump. Tampa Bay chump.
ladies and gentlemen, I gotta get
Yeah,
out of
sign
here.
us out of here, man.
I
Sign us
gotta get out
out
of here. Let me get to practice. We'll see what the Knicks decide to do on Kyle Lowry, ladies and gentlemen. We'll figure it out.